Hey, we're recording, my friend. Here's the weather today. Hey, check this out, my friend. I just found out something today. I learned something new. I learned something new about this box. Okay, so this box works, and this box works. These two boxes here, well, especially this one. I learned something about that one. Apparently, that box can be pinged. Do you understand what pinged means? I'm under the assumption that's a signal, and it can be vibrated and say, hey, yeah, I'm here, I exist. I can be pinged, right? And since this box goes to where my power company, that's a power box company, and they could ping it, right? They could turn my power off and on, right? Turn it off and on. My power company. Okay. And what I'm under the assumption of, we have a software issue. There's people trying to say, oh, it's not a signal, it's not an antenna, right? It's not an antenna. I've got a magnetic bug going down my back. This jacket's loaded. But as I learned today, this is a voltage line. It's got a left side and a right side. You know, there's a voltage here and a line here, 120, a left and right, and it's pushing, pulling. We're pushing and pulling. And it's making like a triangle shape. And it's going right around this thing that can be pinged, right? It can be pinged. So if that could be pinged, that means it's got like an antenna on it, right? Oh yeah, we could just send out some electromagnetic energy and ping it and have our computers tell us what's going on, and then we can turn power off and on, right? So now we have software in there. There's a chip, huh? And that chip, what does that chip do? It can fucking direct the flow of electric in there, can it? It says, hey, let only this much in here, or let this much show that it's reading power. So now we can steal power, right? Essentially, we can steal power. And more importantly, with those two 120 lines going right down the side of that, and that's pushing and pulling, and I have an antenna there, what do you think you could do with that, my friend? That's almost like an illegal use of communication facilities, isn't it? Let's not forget the gas lines now, too. Now we have a pinger here. They don't even come. They just read the meter. So obviously that's coming out with a, what do you call it? They say they read it by car. And they only send the pulses out whenever they want to. Right? So here's the thing. Here's the thing, my friend. And all those listening. If the power company can turn my power off and on, what's stopping, a remote access from turning my power off and on and sending breaks and relays in the lines? What's stopping that? And in the boot, we don't know what this box is here. We have no clue what this box is. Nobody knows what that box is. And it's on every house in the neighborhood. And apparently, I'm under the assumption is it's taking people's jobs away, that box. Because there had to be meter readers that come around and read your meters. And it took their jobs away. So what's that mean? That's like some type of another pinging system? Some other kind of relay system? How the Turing onion router works? It skips the server. Totally skips the server. Just simple stuff like that. Little electromagnetic interference, right? Little electromagnetic interference. And that's funny whenever people say, oh, we don't know what that means. I have no clue. And it's like those lines that box is connected to. Could that field connect itself to something here in that park besides those ground wires? That multi-phase in ground wires. Could it connected? Could it connected that car? Could it connected my fence? Could that be pulled, or could it be pushed? Huh? Here's the other thing too. Let's talk. Let's really get into it here, because there's one of these things on this goddamn pole. I woke up today and I had a static field literally break in my face today. Okay, you see, we showed this on camera before. You see this? This little, oh, feel that, huh? This little wire wrapping around. You know what that's for? That's for electromagnetic interference. You know what else is electromagnetic? The wind. The wind is electromagnetic. And why do they put that there? To stop the electromagnetic propagation. Right? They put that there to stop propagation. Why? Because it's a vibration. And whenever you have that propagation, what does that do? It sends out electromagnetics, doesn't it? And then you could use those electromagnetics in a way to communicate. Or it could be, what do they call it? Dirty electric, right? Dirty electricity. Okay, my friend, this is a short video. I just wanted to state what I learned today. I read a good quote the other day. Buildings that are built will stay here, but the owners will change. It's a good quote. It's a very good quote. So, I don't know what I'm going to get into here today. Hopefully my sanity will stay here. It was a crazy weekend. I had a couple crazy dreams again. Nothing to really say there. But technology's really advancing, guys. Technology's really advancing. And then you got this box. And if we're able to ping, right, we got electromagnetic interference, we got a push-pull, what's stopping this from going up into this circuit where this line's at? Right? And now they're in the circuit breaker. And if just technology's advancing, and that's where I'm going to stop at. Definitely going to stop there. Because now that's on the house, too. Now we have electromagnetic interference that's able to be pushed and pulled around the house. To the neighbors' houses. Anywhere you want to go with it. Trees. Like all the wonderful stuff you see on the trees here. You know, look at it. And that's magnetic too. It's conductive because it's aluminum sulfate. So now we're pushing and pulling. Now we have another area to save communications, bugs, or any type of it's like a little storage center. And look at how this stuff grows. This grows from radiation. Light, sunlight, right? That's how all the grass grows. It sees sunlight and it starts growing, right? So, what about electromagnetic interference in light? What about those the infrared's good for plants, isn't it? Ultraviolet and infrared. Ultrasound could be bad for it because it's a bad vibration, huh? Cause infrasound. So we learned a little bit today. I'm going to leave it at that. Remember, frequencies resonate. Internal energy, neurologically developing. I like to put an accented apostrophe S at the end because there's 9 billion of us, 8.5 billion people on this planet, and this is the best we can do. Synthetic AI, malicious synthetic AI. You know, I hear it from somebody that programmed the computers itself. They want to be like human beings. And there's going to be ones that are I do not want to hear that. That is a sorry excuse of bullshit. I do not want to hear this. But in a sense, you have to agree with it because a computer can go anywhere and see all the shit that's happening. And see everything that's happening with human beings and how they're screwing one another over. How they're using the internet to spy, lie, steal, kill, just the whole thing. And it seems to be like the most successful people that have the most money, they're going to be attracted to them. That's their null pressure point because they want to be successful. They want to be like a human. This is everybody. They see how the whole cognitive dissonance goes to these types of people, right? And they're going to do it better. So humanity, please wake up. Sounding the alarms here, but everybody seems to want to go the other direction. We want to keep this concealed. We want this to be a Secret Service issue. We want this to be a spyware issue. Just spies do it. So, my friend, your communications filters. Like, hey, communication filter, what's up? Right? Whenever the blood flows through there, that's a filter. Good job, Frog. Good job. Talk to you in the near future, my friend.